Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the Yeah Man Podcast, episode 46. Today we're going to talk about the age-old question: men looking at cleavage and why women show it, and we just like wondering why you mad. Today we have Pepper Pot, and on the phone we have Rose. I'm JP the creator, and this is Ben the Awesome Newsom. And so, Miss Pepper Potts, what's your view of the topic today?
I mean, it's uh, something that's natural. It's like a knee-jerk reaction to seeing something that you didn't expect. Um, and so because of that, it's trying to get the right words here.
Okay.
It's not something we should get too upset at as long as it's not attention brought to it. I say if it's done in a respectful manner, like you're just you caught a glimpse and, okay. It's kept discreet. You're not making a scene out of things. Because I'm very against catcalling, actually, which is basically an extension of, I guess, viewing for a longer amount of time on something like that. So
you wouldn't want nobody like
I actually pet peeve of mine is like catcalling. It's very, I feel degrading, actually.
And explain catcalling.
Catcalling, when you're yelling at somebody across a parking lot, telling them that you're, you find them attractive, but it's usually never in a polite way. It's always very vulgar, and it's very demeaning.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's say I see you, right? I like your dress, by the way. I said that like 5 times. But let's say I'm across the street, right?
Okay.
And I like you, right? And I want you, right? And so I see you, right?
All right, please.
And I see you, right? And I want to talk to you. Like, I seriously want to talk to you. You know what I mean? So I think that's a very nice dress you got on. And so I see you, and I'm like, man, I want to talk to her. And a lot of people say, folks say, but I'm trying to get your attention, and I say, hey, and I start, running to you. A lot of people say that's thirsty nowadays. But I really want to talk to you. Is that catcalling? Because I got to get your attention.
If you're saying, hey, I wouldn't say that's catcalling. It's when you're like, oh, let me see that, blank,
Yeah.
and
just say it,
dirty,
Just say it. So they know what you're talking about.
Damn, those are some big ass titties. Yeah, those things. That's actually something like that happened to me heading into work. One day, I was just walking through the parking lot, which it's a shame that people are talking like that because the Peter Pipers was like, 2 doors down. These kids could be hearing that, and that's not setting a good example. Like, I'm not. If someone yells that, to me, I'm not going to go to lunch with them. I'm not going to go sleep with them. Why even try that? Why? Just like I said earlier, if you don't just ask, ask for the number. Ask for, to go to lunch or dinner or have a drink, You might hear no, but when you're catcalling at somebody, it's always going to be a no. That's...
You know what? I don't want to take too much because it's kind of off topic. But I know people that date, like they're on social media, not on social media, they on Facebook dating, plenty of fish. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and me and her are really close. And she was saying, like, people don't ask you to go out, on dates anymore. People don't ask you to go to the movies. They be like, hey, can you go to my house?
It's not traditional anymore in the sense that if, like, Rose, you're 06, right? Graduate 06?
Yeah.
You're 05, I'm 05, he's
98.
98. So we're on that same generation where it's, hey, would you like to go to a movie or dinner? And now it's this Netflix and chill generation where, hey, you want to come over Netflix and chill? I'm like, the fuck does that mean? Like, what do you mean Netflix and chill? Like, you want me to watch Netflix and kick it with you, or what you want to do?
Netflix and chill kind of
I know what it means. I know what it means, but Like,
you won't come
my
on
thing was, I know what that means.
Yeah.
But my thing was, why don't you come and watch a DVD or a movie with me real quick? I still got DVDs. I'm old school, so you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna lie. I'm old school. I got DVDs. Yeah, I got them. I got them sitting right here in front of me. I still watch DVDs, y'all. I'm just saying. I don't be doing that Netflix bullshit. I can't do it.
It's wonderful, bro.
But you know, so I pull out. I pull out. What's that one? Someone Dave Chappelle. Another one. Half Baked. I'll pull out Friday. I'll pull out Major Pain.
Well, you know, a good idea maybe. So this way you're not like in that same bubble of, you know, come over and watch Netflix. Be like, hey, you want to come over and watch the fight? Because that's like a pay-per-view thing. So that's actually like paying for.
First, I ain't paying for a bunch of dudes that I don't really care about.
Well, then just be like, hey, you want to come over and watch the fight?
Watch the prelims.
Okay.
Hold on.
What's the difference between catcalling in person and catcalling on these dating apps? Because that's the same concept, right?
Yeah, it pretty much is. But
you just love somebody's DMs, and I mean, how do you approach somebody on a dating app, especially when you don't have a tone of voice, you don't have body language, you know, the intentions can be mixed up through text because the way I receive a message could be different from how you sent it. So, I mean, how do we approach that?
that's the problem today is that you don't know perception because I could be saying something and if I don't put exclamation marks, I'm not yelling, but you think I am. I'll put ... Oh, he might be serious. So it's kind of
emojis. Emojis are always
emojis. I kind of got to emojis late, but my thing was like, if I don't put ... she's gonna think I'm serious. So So you have to now. You have this text world where I'd rather talk to you. And most of the time, I don't talk on the phone. I text. It's like, well, I don't know how you are if I don't talk to you. I don't hear your voice. I want to talk to you first, but that's just me.
But see, I think I say it wrong. If the gift,
the gift, like the little picture.
Yeah,
right?
I always say I'm saying it wrong. But see, I like that because that puts comedy in it. You know what I mean? So if you say, you know, I'm like a gift master, bro. Like I would do that on every thing because it brings comedy to it. It brings comedy.
You do it all the time.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I don't care. So, but it brings comedy to it because if you're mad, you're not gonna search all that. You know. So, but I think on the opposite end though is that when I talk to other females and they do the coming at them like that, and I guess they used to that. And then I know sometimes when a man is a gentleman on there. It's kind of like, well, he's thirsty, you know. See, thirsty changed the whole world of dating up.
Thirst is real.
Yeah, thirsty changed that up.
Thirst is real.
Because you can't be a lot of people want to be a gentleman, but they consider thirsty.
So you
that changed up the world of dating.
You basically got to be thug nasty now to get anybody to actually respond to you. Because if I say, hey, how are you doing? You look beautiful today. Oh, he thirsty. If I say, hey, what's up?
You gotta throw that gift.
You talking about that? You talking about it? You send a gift and like, I got him. You know, they're like, oh, okay. But it's like, it just changed over time. It's like, nice guy. Like we said that one podcast before, nice guys don't win.
That's not true.
Bullshit.
That's not true.
How's not true?
That is not true. I agree. That is not true.
That's not true.
Please prove me wrong.
The bipolar guy wins all the time. If you bipolar, you
go ahead, Frank.
The bipolar dude wins.
Hold on. Let her. I want to hear what she got to say because I was a nice guy all through high school, all through college. I'm still a nice guy. I think.
So I'm gonna.
I know.
We'll find out, right?
Yeah, we'll find out.
So, a good example I would say was the profile for the networking site that I'm a part of. There is a good deal of messages that come in to females on the site, and I guess maybe not so many sent back the other direction. Anyways, lots of them are, also demeaning and disrespectful, I get a couple of the, hey, what's up? So very vague. I'm like, okay, so did you send this to 50 other people as well? It's not that you're, and in that sense, you could be a nice guy, but who knows? You didn't give enough personality for me to decide that about you. And it didn't show that you showed an interest in me either, so why am I gonna, respond back? And so, based on, I'd say if I got 10 responses in a day from gentlemen callers, I'd say probably half of them were unpleasant, so that's an automatic no. There's
Right.
a couple generics,
Right.
and then you
So,
might
like,
get a
maybe
couple of the like two of the like, what's up, how's your day, and then you get like maybe 3 of probably nice guys, hey, I saw you're going to, gonna go do this weekend or something. So you might get some of those, but the problem is we're also busy as well. So it's
Right.
not that you maybe don't want to say something, it's because you're just freaking busy. I've had a few moments where I'm like, not so busy right now. This person obviously checked out my profile, mentioned something about me, so he took the time to read it. So I'm gonna, see how this plays out, and I'll send him a message back. But he has to be respectful,
Right.
and show that he's interested in you by just looking at the profile.
Okay, so prime example, if I didn't know you from high school, like we have no history whatsoever, never talked to you before, and you answered that post I put up. I said, I so need you on my podcast right now. This is what it's going to be about, blah, 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 blah. Would you answer?
And it's on a dating site?
No.
Or just in general?
Just in general, like,
Okay.
not dating site. We're not worried about that part, but like, you come on there, come some random person, and you're in San Antonio. I'm like, hey, she's kind of close to us. Like, maybe she'll come over. Because Darnell, he's like the king of finding people, just random folks. Like, he found the last one, wasn't it, at Andy, at the dog park. At a dog park. So, he's like the king of finding people at just, I find people I know. Some people will flake out, some people will come, which I thank y'all for coming, by the way. You two, Rose.
I do better with strangers.
He's better with strangers. I'm better with people I know. So if I didn't know you and I said, hey, hey, I saw you. Because I would send you a personal message. I wouldn't be doing it through the where I can see. I'd have a person like, hey, I saw you answer this. I really like your answer. Would you mind talking on a podcast about it? Would you answer?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Actually, something like that actually happened to me at my last workplace. It was all virtual, so I never met my coworkers in person, nor my managers. And so just in the web chat, the students in our class were, chitty-chatting a little bit. And they were discussing some topic, and I'm kind of usually pretty reserved. But it was like the one time I was saying, hey, I actually have an opinion on that. I don't know if anybody wants to hear it. And this one individual pulled me aside, and he was like, yeah, I actually really do want to hear what your opinion is on that subject. And so I told him, and he was like, man, that is super interesting. I would really, really like to have you on my podcast. It's exactly what happened, and we're good friends now, actually. So.
Okay, well, I have a question for Rose. I think attraction is a big thing in a man just saying what's up. Because I feel like if you're attracted to that man, he say what's up, you're going to talk to him. But if you're not attracted to him, you're going to be like, I ain't going to talk to him. So I believe if a dude you really attracted to say, what's up, you're going to be like, hey, you're going to talk and you're going to make some mix. But I feel you ain't attracted to him, you're going to be like,
Yeah.
X. But is that true?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
If I'm not attracted to them, the person that comes up to me, yeah, I'm not gonna be rude. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. And it's not even personal either. Like going back to what y'all were saying about dating apps and nice guys finish last or whatever. It's not personal. It's not personal at all. It's not that we chose somebody over you. It's just, it wasn't there. It wasn't there for you and I. And it was there for me and somebody else. So.
Okay, so let's say, for example, you have two people. So you have a shirt on, blouse, dress, and you showing your cleavage, right? And one guy come up to you, he's like 5'2", and he looks like Danny DeVito. And he come up to you and he say, "Damn, you got some nice, cleavage." All right, and then somebody come up to you like, okay, like
that nigga's not gonna say it. He's like, "Damn, okay, some big ass titties." That's what he gonna say.
But I mean, okay,
that's what he gonna say. Yeah. Damn, there's some big ass titties. Like,
okay, damn, this ain't high school though.
But that's what he's gonna say.
But Dan DeVito, penguin though, he might be different. So
that don't matter though.
Okay, so then
let's be real.
So let's say the guy from Aquaman, right?
Okay.
What's his name?
Jason Momoa.
Oh, she's smiling at all.
Oh, she's smiling. Oh,
so the Jason, what's his name?
Momoa.
Okay, so Jason Momoa come up to you, and he say, "Well, them some nice tits you got right there." Will that make a difference? I don't mean to be offensive about it, but would that make a difference?
Oh no, that wouldn't make a difference. Because that's a rude thing to say to a stranger. Period. And if 5'2" man comes up to me and says anything about my taste, because that's his eye line.
Okay.
No. Okay, hold on. Okay. This is what I mean. Now let me finish. This is what I mean. Okay, let's say one of them, they both talk about your, I went overboard, okay. Let's say Danny DeVito come up to you and say, okay, what's something nice to say? Come up with something that somebody
I'll come up with something nice to say. He says, "Hey ma'am, how you doing? I just happened to see you from across the aisle, or what I could see, because he's short, right? So what I could see, and you look nice today." What he could see, he may be cleavage level, but he's like, what I could see, and when I looked up, I could see your beautiful face is shining in the aura. Fuck you, man. Anyways.
Nobody said that.
Yeah, nobody said that shit.
Bro, stop busting my bubble, man. I'm trying to help you.
You're writing a romance novel. Look, so if I'm attracted to that person or not attracted to that person, comes up to me and gives me a genuine compliment that I don't deem as disrespectful. You're asking me, would it make a difference if it was the short man, not so attracted to me, or if it was the really big, tall hunk that I would genuinely be attracted to? You're asking if that makes a difference?
Yes.
No, it does not. Because it's genuine compliments, right? What follows that makes a difference. So let's say big tall Momoa guy follows it up with something inappropriate, or we're just not vibing, then I'm going to shut him down in the same way that I would another guy that doesn't look like him. I mean, yeah, attraction makes a huge difference, but the respect part is the difference. That's if you're going to be staring at my tits, that is disrespectful. If a woman had to call a man out for staring at his tits, it was not a glance. Like, they were looking.
You right.
They were having a conversation with her nipples.
Damn. I mean, okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't expect you to say that, but
what would you say to the nipples? Are you doing good today?
Hello, nipples. How are you doing today?
What would be the conversation?
Y'all don't even know you're doing it though. I've been on dates with men who have just never looked at my face. And I'm not even they're not even popping out. It's just like I have a big tattoo on my chest, right?
Right.
So they might just be their eyes just might be going toward that, inspiring, whatever. I know I have a tattoo there. But they'll just be they don't even recognize it sometimes. Y'all really don't even recognize how long that you're not looking at our faces.
Okay, so I gotta defend my guys on this one, because I think I was born just a breast man. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, my mama told me that. She said, "Boy, I knew you was gonna be a breast man from the get go." So yeah, I'm calling myself out because everybody called me out on my post. This is why it's all happening, y'all. So it's one of those things. Have you ever put your hand out in front of your face so you can block something?
Sure. Yeah.
So you can block the sight of something, right? So I had to mentally put a hand in front of me to block out the obvious. But sometimes it's kind of hard because it's just right there in your face. And obviously you had that big tattoo on your chest. Okay, cool. I've seen it before. It's a really cool tattoo actually.
Well, what is the tattoo?
It's like a skull and
Explain the tattoo.
Explain it?
Yeah.
It's a tattoo, bro. It's just a skull.
Well,
It's a
It's a skull.
sugar skull and bones.
Okay.
And,
It's just a sugar
it's
skull.
not on my breast. It's on my chest, like on.
Like it's right here. It's not on the actual.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not on the bosoms. It's on the chest. So you stare at the chest like, hey man, that's a cool tattoo. So I mean, I had to train myself personally. Like yesterday, or was it yesterday? Not yesterday. I'm sorry. Wednesday. This is why it all came up because the girl came upstairs. She was in street clothes, and it was deemed on purpose because she wore like this tank top thingy under her shirt, and the tank top was barely pulled up. And I finally tell her, like, you coming up here, you got your patients, staff, whatever, and you kind of half dressed. And she was like, well, I look. I'm like, you can't get mad at us for looking when you kind of put it out there like that. So
That's your perspective.
I mean, no, it's not I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that she was putting it out there, but honestly, the way she came in, she could have pulled the shirt up a little more, and I would have said nothing. But if you were there, you would have seen like the tank top was like halfway down.
Well, sometimes don't you wake up and you want to feel yourself?
I'm just saying, like.
You know what I mean by that? You know what I mean by
Mine
that?
were like 10 years younger, I might be doing the same thing.
But-
I'm just saying.
But you know what I mean by feel yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I feel myself all the time.
Yeah.
Every day I wake up saying,
No.
damn, I look good.
Okay, but sometimes you want to feel yourself, right? Okay, so if that's your accent, you might want to do that. I got a friend that he's an ass man. You know what I mean? And I think ass men a little bit more discreet about it. Because it's in the back instead of the front.
It's in the back instead of the front.
So, like, what I would have did, if you got a tattoo, I'd be like, man, like, tell me more about your tattoo. Because then I can look at your breath and we'll go, because I'm talking about your tattoo. Because I had a girl, when I was working at a place, and it was telemarketing. She had a tattoo, like, it was a lizard. Like, kind of like by her,
Her area.
Yeah, her feminine area.
That's her pelvic area.
Yeah, her home plate. So basically, so I was talking about it, and I was like, hey, what's the story behind that? And she told me, and then she told me, like, what the lizard doing. I'm like, cool.
The lizard was doing something?
Yeah, the lizard was doing something.
What was he? Oh, was his tongue like going towards
his tongue was, yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
So you got to stare at her tattoo as an excuse because that's smooth. That's very smooth.
Thank you.
You know what?
Ask her question so that it was an excuse to continue to stare at her.
Right.
About her tattoo.
Coming from you, I'm surprised it's coming from you.
When you fat, you gotta do smooth shit. When you fat, you gotta do smooth shit.
But
we know our placement on our tattoos, so I understood what I was getting into when I got mine, and I'm sure she was getting into also.
You need to teach me these fat lines, bro, because I'm like in between.
Yeah,
like
you fat, bro. You gotta be awful for mine. I'll teach you.
No, I'm more like a defensive end.
No, you defensive end.
No linebacker.
Yeah.
Safety, maybe.
I don't really talk to
All right, well, let's see if that was your girlfriend. If the lizard tattoo girl was your girlfriend, and you found out that a gentleman was asking her about it, and it was more than one or two questions. It was a lengthy conversation about that tattoo in that area and about it.
Okay, so you're saying now
that's inappropriate, right?
Now you're digging into a little bit. You're digging into a little bit more. Now,
well, it's about outside perspective, right? It's about what you're seeing on the outside.
Right.
You're in that conversation isn't seeing it.
Outside perspective, I'm like, well, damn, she talking to this dude quite a bit. So you're saying JP's talking to my girl about her lizard tattoo, right?
I mean, yeah, hypothetically, if it was
Hypothetically.
First. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell both of y'all this. First of all, I don't get jealous. It's one of those things like, okay, cool, she ain't slapping his hand like, oh, stop, you playing and all this other stuff. Now I see all that. I'm gonna know to all of it. I'm gonna know to everything she do. Oh, stop playing, and all this other stuff, whatever. Now she just says, yeah, the lizard's doing this, he's doing that, and she tells me about it. She felt comfortable enough to tell me about it as in like it was just a general conversation. Now most guys would be like, why are you talking about your tattoo? Well, he asked me a question, I'm just answering it. And I said, oh, okay, you just answering a question. That's cool. Now, if he keep asking you about it, then that's going to be a problem. Because now he's trying to go further than that tattoo, and you've already asked you about this tattoo, and you've already went into a lengthy conversation about it, so that should be a dead in the water conversation. If he says, hey, so I want to ask you about that tattoo again, so what if I was a lizard? Then I'm going to have a problem with that. She is dead and right.
But regardless of how you react, regardless of if you as a hypothetical situation are a jealous man or not, you as a man understood the other man's intentions.
Well, yeah, because I'm another man.
Right. But on some real
because I'm another man.
On some real shit, I want to be with a woman that can stop that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if
you, let's be real though. Like, there's a girl on Facebook, right? I don't know the girl's name. I forget, like, Beautiful Mix or something. And
she got put her out there like that.
She on Instagram, bro. She on Instagram.
Well, she put herself out. We put her out like that. She ain't getting no promotion here.
But she Instagram girl.
You're not getting promotion again, man. The podcast.
But she Instagram girl. So
she ain't getting promotion here.
But we're gonna roll back. Okay. So she got like these tattoos. It's a snake, around that area, right?
Right.
Okay. So if she knows what's up when she get that.
Right.
So then, if you her dude, first of all, you can, that's what she's on fake on Instagram, so she's trying to get attention, right? So she got to be the type. She got to know how to cut that off. She got to be like, hey, I don't want to talk about that. So let's talk about something else. And then
or
don't worry, something.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
This is completely other direction here. Realize it's just a tattoo. It's just a conversation. If you got it the way you think you have it, this person isn't gonna, run away from your relationship to be with this individual that spoke to them for 2 minutes about something
that you don't know, never met, never seen in person,
and they'll never see him again. So it's not that serious.
Confidence is the sexiest thing in the world.
Here's what I got to say about that. I mean, it really is. I mean, I've been asked all the time, why aren't you jealous? I said, well, if you're going to run off with him after that one conversation and you don't know how he is, what he does, or where he's at, what he's doing, you don't know nothing about him, why am I going to worry about it? Now, you run off, that's on you. And obviously, you wasn't ready for what we had together or whatever. Maybe we didn't have anything. That's okay. That's completely fine. But my whole thing is like, if I'm talking to you, if you're talking to me about a conversation and you're telling me everything you're saying, then I don't got nothing to worry about. Even if you don't tell me, and yeah, man, I talked to your girl about da. And you and 100 other guys she's told about the same tattoo. I was like, but are you seeing it at night? Are you seeing it after she gets off work? Are you seeing it when she's in the shower? Anywhere? Are you seeing it outside of this place that we're at right now, which is our work or wherever we're at? Are you seeing it outside of that?
The realest thing ever, though, that somebody ever said, when Pimp C said that women choose men or something related to that. I thought that was one of the realest things ever. Because a woman choose you, you don't choose a woman. That's real. That's one of the realest things ever. So like that's why I said. Well, let me say this real quick,
Yeah.
sweetheart. Let me say this real quick. That's why I said if that woman is interested in you, then she gonna cut that off. If she don't cut that off, then she ain't too interested in you. You know,
True.
You know what I mean? And that just go ahead. What you saying?
She's giving them an open door.
Right, she gonna open the door. But if she don't, she gonna close it.
Close, shut tight, both locks.
Right.
So you said that confidence is sexy, right? So confidence is only sexy until we use it against y'all. So your coworker then, right? You said there was a coworker that you were referencing the other day on your post.
Yes.
So your coworker had confidence to wear the blouse tank top that she was wearing until you commented on it.
I didn't comment.
And then, okay.
But she tends to call everybody out. Like, it's just like, okay, you just calling out the whole crowd, but okay, cool.
I mean, she had confidence, but maybe she had confidence enough to tell you something about it or say something that wasn't appealing about it to you.
No, and I'm different. Like, I'm different in that aspect. So, you know what? You called me. Yeah, you're right. I ain't gonna lie. But that's me. But in general, I mean, to let me know if I'm overstepping bounds and speaking for all men. In general, a lot of men don't like that. They're like, oh, damn, you called me out. Why you gonna call me out like that, girl? You know, I call you out, but you can't. Me personally, hey, you know what? I want equal rights. I want equality. Cool. You call me out too, but don't get mad when I call you out.
It depends on where you work.
But I don't do it in an offensive way, and I don't do it in public, because public embarrassment to me, and this comes from me being married. Public embarrassment to me, that is like the ultimate disrespect. Like, you could talk to me to the side, you could talk to me outside of work. Hey, can I talk to you real quick? I really didn't like that. But when you call me out in front of everybody, and everybody, oh, you see that? That's to me, that's just the ultimate disrespect. I don't like to be disrespected. So if I don't talk to you after that, it's just like you decided to disrespect me. So I'm gonna just go ahead and leave you alone. Period.
I think most women are going to match the energy that they receive. I mean, I don't know, Pepper. Are we going to match the energy? Like, if somebody comes out as disrespectful or loud or out of line, we're going to match that energy right back. So it may be out of the blue for y'all. I'm not saying y'all, you two gentlemen specifically, right?
Right.
But it may come out of the blue the way that we're talking, but it's just the same type of energy that y'all are giving us. We're just giving it right back if we don't like what you're saying.
You're right.
Sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes people say things to me that, if I know that I'm going to see them again, I'll let it ride. Just because I know that down the road that was a mistake on their end. But I'll save that energy for later when it'll have more effect. It'll do me more good later.
It depends on your profession, though, because in real estate, I mean, women like dress up. You know what I mean? So they dress like her. You know what I mean? And they mean to look really attractive because they're gonna help you make a sale. So like, I've had conversations in real estate meetings, and we won't look at her, but we'll, as men, talk about her in a group. So we'll be like, yeah, man, Pepper had that cool ass dress on, yeah, But we'll talk about them outside because we know that we might need Pepper we might need to make a deal with Pepper, and we might make $5,000-$10,000 off that deal. So we gonna be like, hey, we can't really piss her off because you might be a mortgage broker, right? And you might have to qualify one of my clients, and I'm gonna need you, so I can't make you mad, because there's a lot of women that I talk to in real estate that are above average attraction, and sometimes they wear some stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, and I don't talk about that with them because I'm trying to make cash, I'm not,
But that's the same aspect as because I work in healthcare, and Rose